Look at the setup. This is the setup for Ohm's law verification. There are a lot of things which you need to look at very carefully. First, look at the source. Now source, you can see here, I have set the source voltage at 4. You can see here, I have set the source voltage at 4. In a series, this is the positive terminal of the DC source, the negative terminal of the DC source, connected in a series with the resistance box. In a series with that is the key. If I close the key, this is a closed circuit, I open it, it becomes an open circuit. This is the key. In a series with the resistance box is the ammeter. Now first thing is, I want all of you to take a very close look at the ammeter. You can see here, first of all, check out here. This is the positive terminal of the source. Trace that. This goes the positive terminal. Negative terminal comes to the resistance box in a series. The key and the negative terminal has been connected to the negative terminal of the ammeter, which is very, very important. Then negative to negative, positive to positive. The positive terminal of the source comes to the positive terminal of the voltmeter. So you can see here, this is one complete series circuit. Undivided, this is one complete series circuit. So irrespective, this is your jockey. The jockey is just a piece of metal. It's a metal rod, and I can fix, you can see here, I'll open one and show you. This is how it's joined. I wrap it around here and I fix it tightly. There goes the jockey connection. Similarly, all these terminals have been connected. Now next thing what you need to look at, I just want to show you how the ammeter shows deflection. Then I'll explain to you the least count of the ammeter and the voltmeter. Here I close the key. You can see the deflection shown by the ammeter. I remove the key. It's an open circuit. I close the key. The ammeter shows deflection. Come to the voltmeter. Depending on where I touch the jockey, look here. Here is the voltmeter reading. I touch it to the end. Obviously this will go out of scale. Why? You can see here, maximum this voltmeter can read is only up to 3 volt. I have set the source to 4 volt. So it can measure only up to a maximum of 3 volt. Now the next thing is the least count of these instruments, because we are going to measure current using ammeter. Once again I repeat, ammeter in series with the circuit. How do I know it's a series connection? This is one complete closed unit. That is the series connection. Now, the least count. Look here. This is 0.2 ampere divided into 10 equal parts. So, one part therefore measures 0.02 ampere. Right? I repeat, 0.2 ampere divided into 10 parts, each part measuring 0.02 ampere, hence the least count of this instrument is 0.02 ampere. Come to the voltmeter. Different instruments have different least count, so it is extremely important the instrument that you are given, you take out or you determine the least count of the instrument which is given to you. So look here, this is 0.5 volt. Once again, it's divided into 10 small parts. So one small part is 0.05 volt. 0.02 ampere is the least count of the ammeter. 0.05 volt is the least count of the voltmeter. Okay. Next is this resistance box which has been given to you. How do I change the resistance of the resistance box? I'll give you a closer look at the resistance box. Look at the values here. 10, 5, 2, 2, 1. Now how it works? Suppose I remove the key next to 1 ohm. It means 1 ohm is included in the circuit. How does that happen? If I open this resistance box, which is inside the box, between these two terminals there is a resistance coil inside, right? When I keep the key closed, current takes the least resistance path and it directly flows through this. If I take off the key, it will flow through the coil. It means that 1 ohm resistance is now got included in the circuit. This is how the resistance box works. Now my purpose is to verify Ohm's law. So what I am going to do here is show you how with the I am going to increase the resistance, keep the jockey fixed at a particular length of the wire. Suppose if I choose to keep this wire, the jockey point connected to 70 centimeter. Now I close the key. I close the key. Look here. I have kept the jockey connected to 70 centimeter. Resistance included in the resistance box is 1 ohm. I want all of you to take a careful look at the ammeter reading. This is exactly 0.7 ampere. It shows 0.7 ampere and at 70 centimeter this is 2.1, roughly 2.2 volt. Roughly 2.2. It's slightly less than 2.2, approximately 2.2 volt. That is the first reading. I have kept the jockey fixed at 70 centimeter. I have adjusted the resistance box to at 1 ohm resistance. I read the ammeter, I read the voltmeter. The next reading would be, I increase the resistance in the resistance box. So as I had explained previously, I close this and I take off this. Yes. You have to ensure that all the keys are tightly fixed, or else that resistance will get included. Now you can see here the 2 ohm slot is empty. It means that coil which is between these 2 points, that 2 ohm coil is included in the circuit. So the resistance now is 2 ohms. See here. Can you see the ammeter reading? Resistance has increased. Between the same 2 terminals of the cell, the ammeter reading has reduced to 0.6 ampere. Resistance has increased, ammeter reading current has reduced. Now I go back to my same old 70 centimeter mark. 1.9 volt is the voltmeter reading. Resistance increased, current has reduced, voltmeter reading has reduced. 1 ohm resistance, 2 ohm resistance. Like that, I go on increasing the resistance value. Each time we observe that the ammeter reading is reducing, correspondingly voltmeter reading is also reducing. So the Ohm's law is verified, and V by I ratio taken out for any reading is going to give me the resistance of that length of the wire. So using that, say once I get the voltmeter V by I ratio, once the resistance is determined, resistance divided by the length can be used to find the resistance per unit length of the wire.